How about a ferry ride to a corner of Europe where there's a chance to change gear and park yourself in a way of life that really appreciates good food and luxury living? Denmark is the destination. But Denmark starts here at Harwich. Sample the Scandinavian atmosphere aboard the sleekest and largest car-carrying ship afloat, the 10,000-ton vessel graciously named by her Danish owners, the England. It's as much like an ocean cruise as an 18-hour introduction to Denmark, churning effortlessly across the old Viking highway, which tested the courage and ambition of those bearded warriors who sailed westwards in their longboats 1,000 years ago. Today, it's a journey with such tasty innovations that spell out Scandinavia's charm. Canute didn't introduce such civilized customs when he came to ransack England. In fact, it's this floating bit of Denmark called England which puts you in the mood for relaxation. So sit back and drink it all in. The Danish hors d'oeuvre seems almost over before it's begun. The main course lies ahead. Denmark itself and Copenhagen, with spacious squares and the Tivoli playground inviting you to explore further this fairy tale city of towers and spires and statues. The fairy tale is really one man, Hans Christian Andersen, the children's storyteller who arrived penniless to become as famous as the storks he saw nesting high above the cobbled streets of Ribe, Denmark's oldest town. The charm of Ribe contrasts strongly to the importance of Esbjerg. Here's where that seafaring Danish tradition comes into its own once more, with a fleet of over 500 fishing vessels to net the rich pickings of the North Sea. There's hard bargaining for soul and place on the Esbjerg waterfront at dawn, and you've got to mind your step when selecting the fish that will soon become a table delicacy in a Copenhagen restaurant. It's just a question of hammering out a right price with the auctioneer. Whether it's buying or selling or just having a flutter on the favorite, the Danes keep pace with all the good things this kingdom of 500 islands has to offer. Away from capital Copenhagen, even here at Aarhus, the tempo of life is constantly changing. Time just seems to jog along in North Jutland. No rush, no big city hurry. A visit to the old world village near Hostelbro is a step back into Andersen's Goose Girl days. And magically, these houses have been brought from country districts and rebuilt, brick by brick, timber by timber, on this site. How the Danes love to revive their past. And they've recreated the Denmark Hans Andersen knew in an open-air museum at Aarhus. You can drink from a pump which once served 17th century farmers. And how hard it is to realize we're just walking distance from the center of the second city of this busy land. Proud symbols of craftsmanship hang above the doorways, beckoning you to explore the now silent workshops. The bookbinder's shop, the rope makers, all are faithfully recreated. So often, a roadway is a waterway because no traveler across the country can escape a ferry ride at some time or other. Water has patterned the landscape, especially here, where a 100-year-old paddle steamer chugs through Jutland's Lake District scenery. Pass by the evidence that Danes love to relax in style. Waterfront weekend homes that offer all the comfort and seclusion that Copenhagen is finding hard to match. Scandinavia's ultra-modern influence on our lives, its designers, its architects, surely stems from the simplicity of an age when the thatcher was a busy man. It's still the same in some Jutland villages today. An old custom lives on. In this corner of Denmark, it has become a popular seaside resort for Germans as well as Danes. The island of Fanø, with its seafaring reminders tucked away in cottage doorways. Now, this is an unsuspected aspect of little Denmark, a wide stretch of silvery sand that was the scene of Malcolm Campbell's land speed record triumph in 1924. Years ago, they started running a bus service here. A Dutchman, of all people, founded Fanø as Denmark's first bathing resort 100 years ago. Could this be the northern answer to a Mediterranean sunspot? Certainly there's room to splash around and even enjoy a game usually reserved for a green, not sandy carpet. Five train hours from this North Sea resort and you're back among the bright lights of Copenhagen, the city that shelters half of Denmark's population. The Eastern Isles, Jutland and Funen, enjoy another quieter way of life which offers all the Danish hospitality without the big city bustle. When the ferry pulls out for that 60-minute journey to the capital island of Zealand, you can't pull a mask over the memories of that other Denmark. The fairy tale image of Hans Andersen is still very much alive.